Good evening. I'm Carrie Carter from Eastside Distilling. I've been with Eastside Distilling for a very long time now. And I've bartended for a very long time, and I'm a lady about town. So I'm glad you guys are here tonight at Al's Garden Center. They're running a sale on plants tonight here, and what I wanted to do with this event, Cocktails in the Garden, is show you how to make drinks you can make at home with stuff you may already be growing. Mixology can be kind of a daunting term, so I want to make it easy for you. You can say I'm a backyard mixologist, or whatever. We're going to do 3 drinks tonight. I'm going to talk about each of the spirits we're going to do the drinks with first, but I want to introduce you to what I've done here. My array of color. I have started doing some at-home infusions, and the thing I like about the at-home infusions is one of these large jars here will hold about half a bottle of vodka once you put your fruit in there. So that being said, I've got to go to a party tonight. What should I take as a gift? Oh, look what I brought you. I made you some raspberry infused vodka with raspberries from my garden, or I made you some blackberry infused vodka because they are taking over my backyard and I needed to use them. Or here's some Marionberry vodka, or whatever I'm growing in my yard, I have infused it and I put a ribbon around it and I want you to drink it. Or let's drink it together. So these have been infusing for about a week. I'm doing Meyer Lemon, which they have Meyer Lemon available here tonight. This is our Burnside. All these are done with vodka with the exception of this one. This is our Burnside Bourbon, which I have infused with chai, which I think is going to blow my mind when I'm ready to drink it. There is Dragonfly Chai out of Portland. Stopped by our distillery a couple weeks ago with samples, and I said, oh, I'm going to put that in with the whiskey. So that's what's happening there. Just straight up raspberries. You guys probably have raspberries in your yard. If not, you have some sort of native Oregon berry. Strawberry and basil. Habanero. Way too much habanero in there. Blueberry. And then this one, I actually just cracked open a couple of minutes ago because I hadn't opened it up yet since I made it last week. And this one is pear, cinnamon, and clove, and it smells incredible. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. No, because I'm keeping it. This has been in here for a week. You can let it sit as long as you want. What I recommend with infusions is that you put them in the refrigerator at some point in time, usually about 3 months. But hopefully you've consumed it by then. It takes about a week for it to work its magic. I won't say leave it in a week as your definitive time frame. I say open it and smell it. Do you like the way it smells? Do you like the way it tastes? No? Let it sit longer. Yes? Drink it. That one would probably be good with some soda water. It'd actually probably be pretty good around winter time in a hot toddy, just some, or with tea. Yeah, it's gonna be good. So we're gonna do 3 different cocktails tonight, and the spirits that I'm gonna feature are going to be our Portland Potato Vodka, our Below Deck Ginger Rum, and our Marionberry Whiskey. And the one I'm gonna start with is gonna be the easiest one of all. You all can do this at home. I promise. Do you have lemons? Not right now. Go get some. Meyer Lemon, regular lemon. I'm using Meyer Lemon because I like the flavor of it a little bit better. I'm going to take a half, that's a quarter, a half of a Meyer Lemon, just cut it up, leave the rind on, toss it in a pint glass or a smaller glass. I like my drinks tall because I like to add more mixer than spirit to my cocktail personally. We're going to add simple syrup to it, which is sugar water. To make it, you can either buy simple syrup, you can use sugar and water, you can use sugar and soda water, you can use any type of sweetener, you can use agave, you can use just sweetener. Sweetener. I'm going to use an ounce of sweetener. Essentially what I'm doing right now is making my own lemonade. Some lemons, some syrup. I'm going to add a little scoop of ice to this. And if you were here for the 6:15, you'll learn that I like to muddle things because it's fun. Pretty much what muddling is just smashing the crap out of this. She doesn't have muddlers over here, but she does have hand juicers, and sometimes hand juicers are easier for people to use than actually going through the process of muddling. But I like getting the essence of the whole piece of fruit in my cocktail. That's just how I like to drink my cocktail. There's no right way or wrong way to make this. So what's happening right now is I'm just kind of getting it all mashed together. The lemon, the sugar, the ice. And I'm going to add some more ice to this glass. Again, you can add as much sweetener or as little sweetener as you'd like, as many lemons or as few lemons as you'd like. You can also do limes, you can do oranges, just fruit. And we use our Marionberry whiskey. Our Marionberry whiskey came to exist last summer. The Oregon Berry Commission came to a bunch of distilleries and said, who wants to make a berry product? And this guy said, we will. So we now have Marionberry whiskey. And it was originally a seasonal product and has become such a popular seller. It's part of our regular product line now. It is available at most liquor stores here in Oregon. And available here tonight, as well as this cocktail that I'm about to make for you. I'm going to put 1.5 ounces of Marionberry whiskey in this glass. If you count while you're pouring, I'm using a speed pour around here, I count to 3. 1, 2, 3. That's approximately 1.5 ounces. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more.
The later it gets, the longer you pour.
Just tastes so delicious. And then what I normally would do with this, but I can't right now because I have my soda water on loan over there because we were running out of soda water. Top this with soda water, give it a little bit of sparkle, lighten it up a little bit. It helps balance out the sweetness, helps balance out the tartness, and what you're going to find is you have a very delicious Marionberry whiskey lemonade. So it's kind of like it's a nice Oregon spin on a Lynchburg lemonade. You can do it. Garnish it with a lemon if you feel like it, or don't. Usually I give it a little spin or a little shake, but since I don't have the soda water, I actually kind of like looking at it like that because it's pretty. The next drink I'm going to make for you guys, mojitos are really popular. And my guess is if you don't have mint in your yard now, you've had mint in your yard at some point in time. And you'll always have mint in your yard because mint is always there. Take some backyard mint. Take some backyard basil. Yeah. I prefer mint, especially since there seems to always be a surplus of mint in my yard. Pluck about 8 to 10 leaves off a stem, or 2 stems, depending on how minty you really want it. I'm going to make this one super minty. What I've done for simplicity tonight for the mint mojitos, for the ginger mojitos we have for sale over there, is I pre-made mint simple syrup. I'm going to show you the full process of making a mojito, so I'm not avoiding that step for you guys. Mint simple syrup would be making a simple syrup and adding the mint as you're making the simple syrup, so it infuses into the syrup itself. So some mint. We're going to do the juice of about 1/2 a lime. I'm going to hand squeeze it in. Or you could use the cocktail press or the fruit press like they have over there. I don't want any one of these flavors that's going in here, whether it be the mint, the lime, the sweetness, or the ginger, to overpower one another. I want them all to complement each other. And then 1 ounce of simple syrup again. This drink traditionally calls for powdered sugar. I didn't bring powdered sugar. I brought simple syrup. But again, you could use any sweetener you'd prefer. Some ice in here. So yeah, so far we're at 3 ingredients. Lime, mint, sweetener. I'm going to muddle the mint with the lime juice in it already. And then I'm going to add our ginger rum to it. Add some more ice to it. And I'm going to travel.
To get
Go get some soda water. Hey, ladies. How's it going? Hi. Hi. Hey, can I have some soda water? Hey. Hi. Thanks. Now I am. They're doing a great job, aren't they? See if this one does the same thing as it did to me last time. The thing I like best about our ginger rum, and I was talking about this earlier too, is that the flavor is so strong and so gingery in it, but it's not overpowering, and it's not overly sweet. And that's one of the things I like best about all of our spirits, is that they can all be served straight on the rocks.
Can you sampler?
No. If you would like to try samples, we have some available for sale over there with Justina. And as my samplers, what do you think?
The hecklers in the back.
That means they're enjoying themselves and they've had a few drinks. So what I'm going to do, since I personally don't like to get mint in my teeth when I'm drinking a mojito, is I'm going to strain this. So I've got my ingredients in here. I've muddled, I've shaken. But anyway, the ginger flavor is just, it's so nice. And it really lends well to almost any single cocktail I've ever made. Even a Bloody Mary, which we're going to make a Bloody Mary in a minute. Hot toddies, mojitos like I'm making right now. Because the flavor is unique and it's really pleasant. So here's our mojito. We're going to top this with a little cup soda and garnish it with some mint. Looks sad. And some
It'll perk
lime.
up in a minute.
I've had it sitting in water. It's been outside for a while. And here's a mojito. You can make this with stuff in your backyard. The next drink I'm going to make is, we're going to do a Bloody Mary, but we're going to do a Bloody Mary with stuff that you have in your ingredients you have mostly in your yard already. I personally like my Bloody Marys a little on the spicy side, not too spicy, and the garlic side. I am adding. The nice part about what I'm doing here is I'm putting, you can either do this in a blender or your food processor. It's going to come out a little bit on the thick side. If you want to thin it out, add water to it or add vegetable juice to it, add a little bit of V8 to it just to thin it out a little bit. The thing I like about doing it this way though, is you're using all natural ingredients from your own yard. And you can dictate the flavor, the spice level, and the taste. For this amount right here, I'm tossing in handfuls of different vegetables, with the exception of the tomatoes. So I'm putting in a handful of yellow pepper, a handful of white onion. If you want to use more or less of any one of these ingredients, you can. Green pepper, red pepper. Pardon my mess. I have been referring to myself as the messy mixologist because it's just like, it exploded up here. Horseradish. I'm not messing around. Wow. It'll be fine. Let's squeeze a couple limes in there. Now see, I'm not just making a drink for one person here. I'm making enough to serve like at a garden party. Like, oh, I'm having a party this weekend, you guys. Sunday morning, what are you doing? Having Bloody Marys? Or having fancy tomato juice? Without the vodka. Whatever. Your choice. You know, when you're done with this, making this as well, you can save it, freeze it, do something with it later, make ice cubes out of it, whatever you want. Garlic. Yeah.
Not messing around.
Not messing around. And tomatoes. So what I'm going to do for this batch is about 5 tomatoes. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce is not vegan. A lot of people in this area and all over the place are vegan. Keep that in mind when you're making Bloody Marys. This is not going to be a vegan version of Bloody Mary mix because I'm putting Worcestershire in it. It's going to be about, apparently that much because it's Worcestershire sauce. For a quantity of this size, I would recommend probably about 1/4 cup. And celery salt. Note to self, go buy more Worcestershire after presentation. Doing this tomorrow too. And where to go? There it is. Okay. If it's getting anybody, it's getting you.